Hello guys, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. So we were pretty active in YouTubing our IVF journey, and then since Tay, who's sat over there, got pregnant, we haven't actually filmed anything. So today is Thursday, so Tay is 39 weeks and 4 days. So the due date is this Monday, which is 3rd of April. Obviously, by having the IVF with the exact date of when the egg and the embryo was created, that is our official due date. Obviously, it could be before then, could be after then. So we're really excited. I'm just going to go over in this video how Tay's feeling. I'll get Tay on the camera because we just haven't filmed anything. And we're like, let's just get something up. You always sort of wait for the right time, and we're going to show a little bit of the house today, and when it's not tidied, we're like, oh, should we even upload it? But the house is relatively tidy. So what we'll do is we'll get an update of how Tay's feeling, how excited she is, how the pregnancy has been, what we're most excited for when the baby arrives, what we're nervous for during the, or excited for during the actual labour part. And then we'll give you a quick little tour of the property, of where we're up to. We've had a few things done. I'll just go give a quick overview on this property. So we purchased this in May, and it was a new build. So a lot of everything that was in the property was pretty decent. Like everything was there. The floors are amazing, the kitchen's amazing, everything was basically brand new. But what we've been doing is just changing those things to our taste, mainly like the colours. We have changed the floor and lots of different things like the doors and the handles and the light switches. So I'll go around the property and show what we've changed, if there's any regrets on certain things, and where we're up to basically. So here she is in all her glory, 39 weeks, looking absolutely fantastic. Smashed it, haven't you?
Oh, thanks.
Let me just pull up a seat here.
What we 39 weeks and Monday,
4
Tuesday,
days.
Wednesday. When? No, 3.
It's Thursday today.
Monday was 39 weeks, so that's 39 and 1 on Tuesday, 39 and 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
39 and 3.
39 and 2.
Our due date is on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh.
So a couple of points that I would bring out would be, overall, in my opinion, Tay's absolutely smashed it. The only things that I could think of that were really like difficult for you were you got ill a few times.
Yeah, I mean, what it is obviously when you're pregnant, your immune system is like basically non-existent. So when you get ill, like a general cold or flu is like, it just knocks you out and you just feel so much more ill. Like the first time I'd had the flu when I was pregnant, I must have been like 8 to 10 weeks. And it was really hard, and I obviously not being pregnant before and not really understanding was like, oh my god, if I'm this ill, how ill is the baby going to be, and just panicking. But then you just get to know that basically, well, this is what they say, that the more ill you are, the more protected the baby is, basically. And that the baby doesn't really feel it. And yeah, I probably had the flu 3 or 4 times over the course of the pregnancy, mainly, to be honest, when I flew, because I've been on a few like work trips and things, and every time basically I was on an airplane, obviously where there's just circulating germs, that's when I seem to pick it up. So, you know, I kind of chose that for myself after I realised the first time. But yeah, other than that, no sickness.
There was one other thing that I can remember was about a month or 6 weeks ago, there was a week where for some reason you just couldn't sleep.
Yeah, so
I had
low
wasn't it?
iron, didn't I? And I was trying to get my iron up on sachets.
Was it caused by that, was it?
I think so. Basically, I was having really bad tension headaches and lack of sleep. Just couldn't sleep. I mean,
It's like insomnia, wasn't it?
any pregnant woman knows that you'd go into the toilet like 14 times in the night anyway. But it was like in between those toilets, I can kind of like go to the toilet with my eyes closed at the minute and like get back into bed and go straight back to sleep. But it was like as soon as I was up, every time I was like wide awake. And I think it was down to lack of iron, which if you're told that you're slightly low in iron, just go and get the tablets from the doctors, because I went on sachets, the Spartone sachets, because I thought they were going to be easier on my stomach. A lot of people said that, you know,
less nauseous.
yeah, a lot of people said that the prescription tablets
write you off.
can literally like make you really nauseous and stuff, and I just thought, oh, I don't want any of that. So I went on the sachets, and unfortunately, even though I felt better, maybe placebo, my headaches weren't going, and when I had my recheck,
you had another blood test,
and my iron levels hadn't moved for like 10, 12
they
weeks.
weren't actually like
they weren't
majorly
drastic.
Low. They just said, oh, we'd just like to get them up.
Yeah.
And that little bit of I need to get them up,
it changed dramatically. Yeah. So even if they just say you're only a little bit under, so it's fine, just do it, because my fatigue improved, my sleep improved. I've not had a tension headache since. Like, I actually didn't realise how many benefits there is to taking iron.
Yeah.
And I'm going to continue to take a lower dose and like a safe dose for everyday
100%.
use iron once I have the baby, because it's life-changing.
And the thing is, you did ask our midwife if you could take the sachets, and they said, yeah, they're fine.
Yeah,
they just weren't on the same
they said they were
as...
fine, because I only needed a little bit of iron, but it just didn't, you know, for some people they will probably work really well, but they just didn't absorb for me. So as soon as I went on the tablets, I'd say within 3 or 4 days, headaches gone, everything.
Sleeping.
And I just took them at night, and I think you're supposed to take iron at night anyway. Never felt a single side effect from them. So if you're one of those people, or maybe even if you're not pregnant and you've got slow like fatigue or slightly low on, obviously speak to a doctor or a professional. But if you can get on iron tablets, oh my god.
Oh yeah, go
iron
get a blood
supplements.
test. And if they say you're slightly low on something, take that quite seriously, because you're probably not like living at 70% when you could be 100%.
And you
don't know
you
it.
don't even think that something like that can just change so much.
No.
But it changed so much for me. Like my last, like they say in the trimester, the third trimester's like, you know, I think you get some surge of energy towards the end, but it's like the most tired, and you're obviously the most heaviest and all of those things. But for me, it's been probably...
great, hasn't it?
Yeah, well, it's been great.
So overall, I would say there's probably been 4 individual weeks out of the whole 8-9 months that have been tricky. Apart from that, it's been very, very enjoyable.
Yeah, we've been really lucky, because some women, bless them, have like sickness from the get-go. Some women don't even like get rid of the sickness. Some people, it goes after when you get into the second trimester.
Yeah, couldn't have done any better, really.
But I've been really, really, really lucky, and I'm so grateful, because if my pregnancy, I mean, we're gonna wait till after I've had the child, but if my pregnancy was anything like this, and I mean they can be very different, I know that, then I mean we'll pop one out every year.
We'll go for it. And what else was I gonna say? Oh, looking back at like the videos of when we were trying, we have looked at like, you know, older videos, or YouTube's or Instagram, and it's just can you believe it?
No,
I can't believe it. Can you?
Even our announcement video, I'm like, that seems like 2 minutes ago, but also 10 years ago.
Yeah, I can't believe
it's gone. I have to say, people say, honestly, the pregnancy goes so quickly. I have to say though, on that note, the last 2 weeks do drag, because you're just waiting, and I feel like, oh my god, I'm like 4 days away from my due date, and I'm like, oh, I'm bored.
Well, the change is so big. It's like, oh, you're gonna go from, you know, you're gonna have a child. It's just like the most dramatic change you could possibly ever have, and we're like waiting for.
But the pregnancy, I mean, it has. Maybe it doesn't for everybody else, but a lot of people that spoke to me before I was pregnant, or when I found out, was like, "Oh, you won't believe how quick it goes. You think 9 months, or it's actually 10 months, is going to be like drag. It doesn't. Mine hasn't. It's gone so quickly. Like snap, done, bam, got a child." So now I just hope that it's I'm not going to be, I think I'm going to be, I don't want to manifest it and put it out there, but I do think that I'm going to go over my due date. I just can't see this baby coming for Monday. I
predict that it's bang on the due date.
Do you?
I did actually say 20th of March, which is, you know, way out.
And I think I'll get a few of these questions, so I'll answer this as well. But basically, a lot of people say, "Oh, don't you need to be induced because you're an IVF pregnancy?" But actually, I think sometimes it can depend whose care you're under. But when I've spoke to my midwife, she said there's never any rules. It's your body, it's your choice. If you want to be induced, you can make that choice. If you don't want to be induced, you can make that choice. So actually, I could have had the baby and been induced on Monday.
Yeah, because there's certain like recommendations, like standard recommendations. They say, hey, if you had an IVF pregnancy, our recommendation is you get induced.
And the reason why they say that is because they know the exact date of conception, because obviously of the transfer. Whereas with a natural pregnancy, or non-IVF pregnancy, the date can differ a little bit. So that's why that they can suggest it. But my midwife says, you know, do what's best for you. Obviously I'm opting for, well, not obviously, you might not know this if you don't follow my Instagram, but we're going for a home birth. And so I didn't want to be induced because you can't do that at home. And I just didn't want to be induced anyway. I just thought, you know what, God's plan, I just want it to come now, but when she's ready. So when she's ready, but like if now, that'd be great.
So yeah.
And I've managed to get my nails done. I'm not going to show you my toes because nobody needs to see them. I'm having my hair done tomorrow. I've got acupuncture this afternoon. So I'm going to be all prepped. We've got the birth pool up. The house is pretty nested and tidy. We haven't managed to finish some things like painting of doors and whatnot and changing of switches and stuff that we did want to do before. But very, very minimal things that need doing now. So we actually, probably in the last 3 months, have done more to the house than we've ever done
in our previous houses. Well, our previous houses we never did anything to them.
No. So yeah, we've got a lot done, and the nursery is finished other than a sliding door that needs changing.
Yeah, let me show you.
And the nursery is beautiful, but show the birth pool. This is where we're going to give birth.
Yes.
Hopefully, fingers crossed. If I don't have a home birth and I have to go into hospital for any reason, I'm absolutely cool with that as well.
Yeah, let me show you. I'll just give you an overview of how I'm feeling, the male side of things. So we're going for a home birth. I guess the scariest thing with a home birth is you can't have an epidural. You can have epidural, but you can have gas and air. Now, obviously the scariest part is, what is Tay going to be feeling like? Is she going to be in pain for hours and hours and hours, screaming? That's the scariest thing, because I can be comforting. I'm nervous, but when it gets to that Tay's in labour, I'm just going to be extremely relaxed and chilled, because I don't want to be adding nerves to the situation. And we've been listening to hypnobirthing. Tay was listening to that for many weeks before I was, and then
can I just recommend that? Siobhan Miller.
Siobhan Miller.
Practical ways to make your birth better.
Practical ways to make your birth better.
And it was an audio book. I actually did buy the Positive Birth Company course, and I just didn't end up doing it because I just lose concentration really fast. So what I did was I listened to that hypnobirth, and every time I went into the bath, like 20 minutes.
Hopefully you could hear all of that.
Yeah.
But basically Tay used that audio that I just mentioned.
Life-changing. It just makes you feel so empowered.
And the main benefit I've felt with hypnobirthing is it naturally, in my, maybe I've heard this from when I was growing up, whatever, is you feel like, birthing's the most painful thing in the world, like, women in pregnancy, it's like, sounds haunting. When you listen to these hypnobirthing, it basically just tells you so much information and it just builds up your confidence. And it explains a lot of things, and a lot of them is that basically it should be a positive experience, it should be a natural, and it should be naturally a painless experience. And that is because if you can get yourself into a deep, relaxed state, and obviously you're going to waver from that, from your breathing and your body and acceptance of this, then it can be very painless. And the reason that you get into pain is because naturally, we would tense up. Once you tense up, you're going to get loads of adrenaline, and then the adrenaline equals the pain. So rather than tensing, it's trying to say to you, look, relax, get in the zone, get your partner to anchor some. So let's say we've been practicing in Tay's in a deep state, we're trying to anchor like certain touches and music and that you can try and, so the key is to try and get back to that relaxed state, even though all this craziness is going on. So when I listened to that, it gave me a lot of confidence of being a partner.
Did you mention the oxytocin? So
What?
you want to stay out of adrenaline.
Yes, you want to stay out of
oxytocin, which is the hormone, the happiness hormone.
Yeah, so the aim is to try and stay in oxytocin mode, which is relaxed and enjoyable and so on, and keep out of the adrenaline. And obviously the hypnobirth will explain all of how it works, so check out the courses. But that has been the biggest game changer. I listened to some videos for about 4 hours and it absolutely changed. You know, I'm ready for it. And it's certain techniques.
Jack's ready to give birth himself.
I'm ready to give birth. But there's certain techniques in it that I'm going to use in other situations. Let's say I'm in an anxious situation of something that I would find anxious, like, I don't know, speaking in front of multiple people or going to an event or something like that. I'm even trying to be like, okay, get into this relaxed state. It's just really clever on how your mind works.
It's also great for like panic attacks.
Great for panic attacks.
Anxious people.
And anxious.
I actually recommended it to somebody that I know who was messaging me and said you should do the hypnobirthing breathing. It's the thing that like kind of breathes you out of panic attack. And just to simplify it, all it is, it's in through your nose for 4 and out through your mouth for 8. 4 times.
Yes, so it's a lot of it is breathing. Obviously you can build up your confidence by keep doing it more and all that kind of thing, but check out a hypnobirthing course, unbelievable. So that's where we're up to. We're very excited. We're going to film, let's say Tay goes into the early parts of labour, we're going to film it all. We don't know what we would release onto YouTube, but we want it as a memory anyway.
We'll at least have little snippets that we feel comfortable with sharing, just so you can see kind of like an overview of what it's like. Yeah,
so we're going to give a bit of an overview. And what I really like about uploading things to YouTube is it's there forever. So when our babies, kids grow older, they can always look at it, because I was thinking just the other day, I've got so many old phones that had a load of photos on them and they're just like chucked away and I've lost those. So we're really excited to have something to look back on in years to come. So we will keep uploading parts and bits to YouTube. So anyway, let's just give you a quick tour of each room. Okay, I'm going to show you a layout from this is the front door. So you come in, I'll show you the hallway in a moment, but it just gives you an idea of, people have said to me, I like to see the layout. So this is the kitchen, living room, dining room. Really open plan, which we absolutely love. So it's got everything in here. And this is just literally the hub of the house where we spend most of our time. So if we have a quick walk around here, I've got it on extra wide so Tay may look funny.
It's not quite, I might look extra wide.
Get you a couple of angles. So main things that we're changing here is the wooden floor, the skirtings, the paintings, the curtains, the furniture, the wall switches. The kitchen, we've changed the colour, so it's the same kitchen, changed the colour.
We haven't changed the kitchen yet though.
We're going to change this to more of a unique piece of slab, what's it called, granite, one piece all the way along there, because we feel it's a little bit the same as all of that, and we've got loads and loads of wood in the property, so I want to break that up with a bit of a special feature. This is the dining room. At the moment it's set out for an Easter sort of setup.
This is my baby shower.
This was for the baby shower. So in here we're going to get some panelling, some on the walls. At the back there we're going to have maybe some like a cabinet, maybe like a glass, like a feature cabinet at the back of the wall there. Got a really nice glass ceiling which we like, lets in all the light. I'm going to get you this sort of angle here. So we don't really use this room often. Actually we film our podcasts through there. And these are the sort of switches. There's little things that, for example, like I had this switch on the wall, absolutely stunning, but because the previous switches were smaller, bigger, each switch has sort of got cracks around them, little things like that that we've got to go over, so nothing major. But and this is where the birthing pool is. This is where it's all going to happen. So this is this room. Garden, we've yet to start on the garden. This is the garden here. It's got amazing trees and all sorts in there. It sort of goes round to that side. These doors are great because they're all bifold doors, so in the summer we're predicting you can open all of those doors, the doors in the dining room, and just sort of live out there. So the bath and pool, there it is. Really excited for this. We're going to cover up all sheets around here, sheets going into there so that the midwives can have a space to sit and chill out and get some music on. So yeah, that's this room. Okay, so now we're entering the living room. The dogs are currently in their little pen at the back there. Here we go. So the biggest change in here is this media wall. We found it quite strange of where to put the TV because the previous owner had the TV in that corner there, and we didn't really want to have a sofa next to like a window. It felt a bit strange, but it's the way that we've incorporated this media wall, which we actually absolutely love. Let me get an angle from this side. So there's a few bits to do in here. We might be changing the table. This is a beautiful fireplace, which we absolutely love and used through the winter. Maybe a bit of art, some side table, lamps and things like that, but nothing major to be done in here other than a few changes. And the dogs are in there. So here we have the hallway. So we need to get a mat there. That's just a piece of the carpet that we've used upstairs. But here we changed the staircase and it goes really high. We need to change that light up there, but it was mainly loads and loads of this wood. Ideally we'd like to get this wood sanded down and made just that little bit lighter, but we'll worry about that after the baby's here. So the doors are all changed, the handles are changed here to these brass type, which we love. Under here we've got a door made so it can fit the panelling that was already here. That just needs painting. This is a cupboard for coats and things like that. And you go into here, and I'll quickly show you in here, nothing too exciting. Bathroom. We haven't really made any changes in here as of yet, just put this mirror on there. In here, I'm using this as my gym, which I absolutely love. So I've got pretty much an all-in-one machine there because I didn't want to have any free weights. I've got my Peloton there. And here we are, I've got a little mirror there. And get the music on, get the Peloton on. Did a lot of stretching. There's loads of good stuff on the Peloton other than just cycling. You could do yoga and stretching and all sorts. So I like to spend a good hour a day in here and working from the Peloton. Then in here we have probably a bit of a mess. This is our utility room. That was the colour of the old doors that we've changed. That one goes into a double garage, which is probably a mess, so I won't show that. This is a really nice room actually. This is where the dogs sleep as well. Love all of this that was already here. Nice colours as well. And I love that door. It's like a door that you'd have a horse. I mentioned this before on Instagram, like a horse just popping its head in. If we could get a horse one day. So that is the downstairs. Let me show you upstairs. So we have our baby gate. Also, this is good for keeping the dogs downstairs when if they've not been for a wee or whatever, you don't want them upstairs in case they do something they shouldn't. So this is the landing, and as you can see down here, we're going to change that light that was already here. That takes you down to the entrance, And now, let me stand in this corner and show you what was going on here. So, this was a 5-bedroom room, and 5-bedroom house, and we changed it to 3-bedroom. So here, there was a door there that went into a bedroom, and there was also a door over there that went into a bedroom. Now, because there's only 2 of us, 5 rooms wasn't really needed. So we wanted to knock those through so that we could have like really open plan, that we can have the baby in the same room and make the baby's room like really big. In here you'll see that the doors are sort of different colours. So that's because we haven't painted them. If I can get you close up, there's like a few, so these all need painting and sanding and things like that. And you'll see some of these switches haven't been changed. So they were the old switches. They just need changing, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the landing. So I'll show you the master bathroom. We haven't done anything to this. As I mentioned, it was a new build, so everything in here is brand new. So it looks great in terms of really nice sized bathroom. It's our family bathroom, where Taylor's always having a bath, so I absolutely love that. But it doesn't go in line with the rest of the house now, because obviously we've gone with like antique brass and American farmhouse, so it is very modern. But as I've mentioned, it's one of those things where it's like it's not worth changing, because the amount of cost to change the whole bathroom when it's brand new, it feels criminal. That's the sort of dilemma we've had with buying a new build, because let's say if it was a renovation project, everything you do, you're going to get the money back by adding value to the house. If we change that to our own taste bathroom, you've not added any money whatsoever. So this is the spare bedroom. There's a few bits to do in here. We've got to have some side tables. It's currently got my piano in here, which is going to go in the garage, because I'm going to get the garage carpeted and use that room for that. Got a few things to fill in the walls. But in general, this is looking a lot better than it was a couple of weeks ago. We've got the fitted wardrobes in there, which look absolutely amazing. We've got them sprayed to as close to the wall colours as we could, which is Steamed Milk by Rust-Oleum. And this is a new carpet in here. The carpet, to be fair to it, the previous carpet was pretty worn, so it was the right decision to get that changed. Plus, it's way lighter to our taste. And then this bathroom has an ensuite. There we go. Okay, so back into the landing. There's just a boiler. You come into the master bedroom. This is my favourite room in the house, as well as the baby's room. So we've actually put the wooden floor in here, which we absolutely love. We had a load of packs left over from downstairs, and it was like half enough to do the upstairs, this bedroom, so it made sense just to use it for that. So what I love about this is the high ceiling and the huge window just lets all the light in, nice and warm. I'm going to change those lights up there. That's a bit of a challenge. We put the paneling on the back wall here. There's the babies next to me. Got an olive tree in the corner there. Change the doors. The TV, you'll see, it's got needs some filling in. And then in there is a walk-in wardrobe, which I won't go into. That's Taylor's, so I don't know if it's a mess or not. And this is the room we knocked through. We didn't want it to have a door on that. It was just sort of like an extra space. Now we're using this as like a feeding nook, baby nook, so we can put a load of baby stuff in here, we can feed in here. Tay's got her little, we've got a little tray here with all Tay's snacks and bits and bobs. And we've got a desk, like a dressing table desk coming through there. A few little bits, we need to fill in some holes, change the radiator. But it's it's made the room so good. We absolutely just love that extra part that we've gained from basically knocking this wall through and then plastering that room. Then in here, we have the bathroom. So again, as it was a new build, this bathroom was all ready to go for us. We haven't made any changes in here. I think in the future, I know Tay would like to change this to the same taste as what she's got around the rest of the house. But again, it doesn't really make financial sense at the moment to get into that when it's a brand new, beautiful bathroom. So we'll maybe see in a few years to come. So that is the master bedroom. So we're back into the landing. Tay is here now to show you the baby's room.
Have you mentioned that this is all?
Yeah, I've mentioned that the walls have got to be painted. If you see down there, the skirtings need sanding down. There's all sorts of little bits and bobs, nothing drastic. We're going to change the radiator there, get this sanded down. So as you come up the stairs, baby's room was on the right, master bedroom is there, and the spare guest room is there. So I know a few people are asking for the layout of upstairs, of like why have we knocked 5 beds into 3, but it just made total sense to us. Let's turn the light on, it's a bit dark.
It looks better without.
Yeah, does it look better without? It makes it look a bit
Too warm.
Although it does look cold without.
No, it's fine.
So you've probably seen this on our Instagram.
Yeah. This is the door, the sliding door that's changing.
Yeah, let's point out
That's
the things
one
are
of
changing.
the existing doors.
So that door is getting changed, but as you can
Can
see,
you go and show it inside of our little bathroom, please?
how did you want to show? Oh, okay. So again, the
This
bathroom.
is where she's going to do her Look Fantastic hauls.
So the bathroom was already here again. Not something that we're going to look to change.
No.
Even though we'd like to change radiators and things like that, but again, it's not worth it. But look, this is where she's going to do
Her hauls.
her
Her
hauls.
beauty hauls.
She's got a little bits and bobs.
So cute.
Right, so cute. She's got her own little shower. She'll be getting ready in here.
In the wardrobes as well.
Yeah, we'll show you in the wardrobes. So this is it. This is my
We've
favourite.
had to move a few things that have got her name on.
There's a few bits of her name on, so don't look out anywhere.
We've hid them anyway.
Oh, have we?
Yeah.
So this is the nook. We got the carpets changed in here. Put this amazing rug down.
Can I just shout out this business, please?
Yeah.
This is a GG owned business called Frith Rugs.
Yeah.
Frith Rugs. They're a family business, and they've sent us 2 absolutely beautiful rugs, and the quality and everything is just amazing, and they are the nicest people. So if you're on the lookout for a rug,
Yeah, we have brought some rugs. Yeah, those 2 rugs are our favourite by a long way.
and we
Look
didn't
at the
actually have this
quality of-
in the other day.
It's just so thick.
We didn't
and-
plan to have this in here. I bought it for this purpose, but I didn't know how it would work, and we just had the carpet done, so it was flat. And there was something missing. There was just something not quite right. And I think because we've got rugs in every room now, it was just missing that layer.
Yeah.
And as soon as we put in, we were like, oh, it just feels so nice.
So the carpet's changed then. We've got this little funky rug here, which is really cute,
That one's from Benuta.
from Benuta. And then we might get a little couple of side tables with some lamps. We're not too sure.
I don't think you can put lamps by baby's
I'm
cot.
not sure if you could put lamps by cots.
And we might have her name put above her cot there.
Yeah. And we're going to change that radiator. Again, that was something there. That is same TV as the other ones, where once you turn it on, it's supposed to look like a photo frame.
Yeah.
Because it's so flat to the wall.
We're actually defeating the object.
We're defeating the object, so we don't have it on. It's got the wooden frame and it has a picture, so you can put pictures like family photos, whatever on there, and it makes it look really cool. Got a storage in here, and let me show you some wardrobes.
Yeah. We might need to pull this rug up.
Yeah, I need to just.
This is like a little storage space.
This cupboard is her storage space. Look at all that super cute stuff. And then
This is the cutest.
this one. What's this? A little book bag.
A school bag.
And
We need a little light.
Yeah, that one's got
It's
a light.
really dark.
And look at that. She is fully loaded.
She really
I've never
is.
seen so much
Oh my
stuff.
god, I literally just cannot cope. And it's all inside. Look, it goes from the smallest ones to the biggest ones. That is a hack. My mum did it. I'm not taking credit. My mum is just the organisation queen.
So that is
Her teddies.
the teddies.
We need a couple more so that she can have a little teddy all the way along.
Yeah, we're gonna we've got this
And this
really nice sofa.
I need to put these away.
And
A little docker dart.
we're gonna be sitting on here, get the TV on, doing some feeding.
And this is where I'm going to be doing selfies with her in the mirror.
Selfies, you're gonna get the babies.
Where we can both link clothes and outfits for the day. I'm so excited to dress her up. This is the cutest thing in the whole nursery. This is my childhood friends bought me this at my baby shower. It's actually like a little, I'm not going to sit down because I don't know what you're going to see at this point. But it's a giant snail and I just love it. It's just
So that is pretty much where we're at. With the next time we come onto YouTube, it will be with a baby.
with our daughter.
With our daughter.
And I cannot wait to share the name. I've been literally dying, like, I don't keep secrets or gatekeep from, if you're on Instagram, our communities like the GG. And it's been so weird to have this like secret of her name, and I just can't wait to actually call her by her name because there's so many times where I'm like, you just want to write it.
Oh, we're also going to have some curtains there. We did have them, that they weren't quite right.
No.
So when we get some curtains there and a different radiator, it'll just finish it off in here really.
Yeah.
It just feels so cosy in this room.
It does.
I think we're going to spend a lot of time in here.
Yeah.
Even though like we've got the space in
It's
our
also a
bedroom.
really nice space for her to grow up in. It's not like overly nurseryfied. Like even like the lampshades, the paneling, the colours and everything, it can turn into a big girl's room very easily. Like her bed can go here.
Yeah. What's going to happen if like we have more kids? Are they going to fight over this room?
We're going to have to do bunk beds. But there's space for it.
Yeah, that's going to be carnage, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, Thingy's got
Well,
the
we've got
better room.
the spare room at that point would turn into another child's
Yeah,
room.
the spare room, like, this is what I was saying today, like, you have a spare room with a spare bed, but have we ever had guests ever stay over for the night? Like, literally never.
My mum stayed over like when you were back in Spain.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's true.
So, no, when you have kids, obviously the room's going to change into theirs.
So I think that will be the next. Well, yeah, I don't want to say the next child because we haven't got one yet. So.
Well, we do, but she's not born.
Yeah.
By the way, 4 days to go.
4 days to go. So we're really, really excited. We're very, very grateful. It's
so
been
grateful.
one heck of a journey, and now the best parts to come. So let's finish it on that.
Life is about to change.
Life is about to start.
And end. Jokes.
So yeah, well, let's see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.